Hello. It's been a while. First off, I want to say sorry for disappearing for a while. I've been sick. I was sick for like a week straight, and I couldn't really talk. So it happens. Lots happened the past week. The play-in happened. I wanted to make a video on that, but my voice wasn't really ready. And even then, the video you can probably tell it's still not at its best right now. But I wanted to talk about one of the teams from round one. Obviously there's obviously after the first game one's of round one, we're kind of seeing what happened. And nothing really seems all that different from what I thought was going to happen. Obviously with the Lakers Rockets game, you saw that the Rockets were really struggling without KD, which is something I've said all year. It makes sense though, I don't believe in this team without Kevin Durant on the floor. They don't have a good enough ball handler, and Sengun isn't good enough for me to believe in them. Sorry. But what I will say is I wanted to talk about the Pistons Magic game. And I kind of wanted to talk about it because I hadn't had a chance to make a video on the Pistons yet. But my whole thing coming with them into the playoffs is I was really worried about them because of the heliocentric nature of that offense, and we kind of saw it against the Magic, where the only player on the field that was positive, especially offensively at least, was Cade Cunningham, And it makes sense because when you look at that team, you look at the team that lacks any real creators outside of Cade, Cade, it has a bunch of good defensive players. A team is going to be great defensively, but Jalen Duren has never been an all-star center who can make his own shot. He's not no Joel Embiid or Nikola Jokic or Victor Wembanyama. He's not even a Karl Anthony Towns or Bam Adebayo type of guy who can add a dynamic to an offense outside of catching lobs and things like that. So when you have to kind of center down on Cade and his paint touches, all of a sudden his effectiveness really gets taken away. I'll talk about his defense in a second, but also when you look at the rest of that roster, I made a Tobias Harris video a couple weeks ago. It was 2-3 weeks ago, and I kind of talked about and he was the only Pistons player that was in double figures yesterday, but he was also completely inefficient, right? It's the same thing that happened in Philly, and now it's looking at another time where, oh man, is he this team's second on-ball creator? Because if so, a team with its second on-ball creator being Tobias Harris isn't going to go far, and it doesn't help that when you look at the rest of this team, I see nobody else that I would even say is remotely close to being a good enough on-ball creator, or even off-ball creator. Duncan Robinson's still an amazing three-point shooter, but I'm not looking at Duncan Robinson to become even a Luke Kennard. If you they don't even have that type of deal going on. So it's you look at this team and you think to yourself man, are they gonna have Cade average 40 points on 40 minutes a game? And he had a really good game too. It was efficient and everything, but are you gonna ask him to go for 40 every game for you to get a chance to win this? You know what I'm saying? Or is there going to be a thing of, okay, maybe Kevin Huerter coming off the bench could be better? Maybe you play Asar Thompson a little bit more. You really lean onto your defense because you still held the Magic to 112 points, right? If the rest of the team just shows up, Tobias Harris doesn't shoot 1 for 7 from the 3-point line, and Jalen Duren isn't as terrible defensively, maybe you're in a better situation, but yeah, I was really worried because it feels like I'm kind of looking at the Knicks, but in a worse situation in the sense that this offense completely relies on one guy. And Cade is amazing. Cade's really good. Nobody's taken away from that, but it's this whole offense is literally just Cade. You got to make stuff happen, right? Nobody else here is consistent enough on ball or off ball for me to be okay, if Cade's not having an amazing night, they'll be fine. Or if Cade's having a great night, they'll be able to supplement enough for them to win the game, right? So it's going to turn into a thing of, okay, Cade, you need to average 40 ball every game. You need to do 2017 Russell Westbrook. It's all going to fall on you type of deal for y'all to win, not just this series, but the next series, Like, what happens when they play a better team, a team that doesn't have, that's not going to be able to that's not only going to be able to, really expose how bad certain people are on this team defensively, but also just outmatch you blow for blow offensively. You're going to have to really lean into your defense, like getting key stops and being super disruptive, being like on an OKC level type of deal or a Boston level type of deal, while also being able to match them offensively too. And it's really worrisome, and outside of just the offense and how lackluster it is, defensively, I'm really worried too. I haven't been able to talk about Jalen Duren much lately, but I've never been super high on him. As I said, offensively, he doesn't offer much as like some superstar offensively, and defensively, he's been bad. Any Pistons fans can tell you that too. Like, he's not a good defender. It's funny because you see the size, you see the athleticism, you see all of that, and you think, okay, this guy has the tools to be a great defender. But then you watch the film and you could see a lot. It's a lot of defensive positioning, it's IQ, it's not recognizing certain plays as it happens. Like, getting outplayed by Wendell Carter Jr. is just not acceptable, Like, it obviously wasn't just Wendell Carter, it was Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner having good games. Paolo Banchero has been like great these past 2 games, which is so weird. I don't know what's going on with him. He hasn't been very good all year and does this. Whatever. He's a playoff riser, I guess. I'll give it to him, But yeah, getting outplayed like that. Not only that, but also just, he needs to be better. He can't be only taking 4 shots in this type of game. He has to get to his spots better. Especially when you're supposed to be the all-star second option. Like, no good reason should Tobias Harris be taking 15 shots and 7 threes. Just no good reason. Like, sorry. Duncan Robinson and Asar Thompson combined took just as many shots as Tobias Harris. Like, that shouldn't happen. That should not happen at all. It's just not gonna work. Like, and that tells you, because obviously maybe they're expecting, that's why they wanted Jaden Ivey on this team. Maybe they thought he was gonna be that secondary ball handler and creator and stuff before the injury and everything else now that's happening. But you see this and it's just like, you get really worried. I'd be really worried if I was a Pistons fan, because it's like, where do you go from here? Or at least in this series, like, it'd definitely be really disappointing to lose like this. And I don't know, it's very concerning. Sorry, I'm still not 100% yet. So that's what I kind of just wanted to talk a little bit about that. Just looking at how that series is playing out, I still think Pistons could take this in 6 or 7 games, but also I wouldn't be surprised if Magic take it in 6 or 7 games. I think it's going to be one of those series that kind of comes down to the wire. All the other series, I don't really see much changing for them from game 1. I said before the Lakers or Rockets series, I was telling everybody, like, oh, with Luka and AR-15 out, like, they're probably going to lose. But with KD missing game 1, and apparently Luka can come back even earlier, and LeBron still looking amazing, like, and Luke Kennard's stepping up now, like, okay, maybe the Lakers might just win the series. But otherwise, like, also have my Sixers coming out the East, but, with Embiid out, they're obviously not going to do anything, so depends on when he comes back. So yeah, it's like, outside of this series, it's just a bunch of, okay, well, maybe if this injury happens and this injury happens, whatever, But not much else. I wanted to just, get a video out, and sorry for missing a whole week of sports. There's a lot going on right now. More reports about AJ Brown, more reports about, more playing stuff. The playing happened. Those were good games. Really annoyed I couldn't make a video on that. I was actually supposed to go to the play-in game, the Sixers Magic one. Like, now it's still 6, so I was like, oh, I can't do it. And, that sucks, but it's whatever. It happens. It's life, guys. Yeah, and it's just a matter of going to get to the next game. You can't drop 0-2. Like, this is a must-win for the Pistons. Obviously you can try and tie it back up going back into Detroit. If you drop 0-2, you just win the next 2. But that's too much momentum you're gonna have to fight against. So Pistons are in a must-win game, and hopefully K doesn't have to turn to Superman for them to win games, because if he does, then this team isn't functional. And then, you know, going into this offseason, you're gonna have to start shopping around for an offensive creator, you know. But thank you guys for listening or watching or whatever you do. I am happy that people seem to enjoy the last two videos, the A-Train and the Tobias Harris one. I am happy that y'all seem to enjoy it. Y'all seem to like it, so I will be talking more about stuff that isn't sports. Obviously, this is a media talks channel, not just a sports channel. But yeah, thank you guys for listening, and thank you guys for watching, whichever one you like. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.